Hi everyone, welcome to our Facebook Live here on Planet Wellness. Today we're going to be talking about the health benefits of plums and we're in our garden. We're going to show you the plums in a minute, not
Yes.
ripe yet.
Yes.
However, please say hello if you're watching live and type in hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. So over to you, Ronald.
And the top of the day to you. What a beautiful day, about 24, 25 degrees. This is the perfect weather for growing plums. And I want you to pay particular attention to what I'm going to say for the next few minutes, because plums that we're going to talk about is very much underrated. A lot of people don't like them because they've never tried them. But believe me, if you get a plum that's organically grown and you eat one or two of those, it really is amazing the amount of energy you can get out of it, right? So the colour we've just shown you there, that green one,
We're going to show it right now.
just to show you properly like that. So there's one. Can you see it? That's it. That's it. Can you see it? There's one there. Okay. And there's a couple more here. So that.
There you go.
See it? You can see it. Okay. On the left of the picture, you can see two plants. These are green coloured at the moment because they are probably about 4 months away, 3 to 4 months away from ripening to about probably September, October, November, depending on the plum variety. Okay. Now this particular plum we've just shown you, that is a dark yellow plum on the outside, and it's dark yellow on the inside. And like all plums, it contains a stone which is not edible, but the flesh is incredibly edible. And depending on the plum, the stone can be very small, which gives you a lot of flesh. Okay. Now that one I've just showed you there. That will grow into a dark, really dark yellow on the outside. Inside will be like a mild to semi-yellow, right? But very sweet, right? Now, why is plum so beneficial? Very, very high in fibre. Okay. Now, for example, I don't particularly agree with it, but the health administration of all countries, especially UK, they talk about your 5 a day, right? Your 5 a day, or your 7 a day, or whatever. Right? I think you should have 8 a day, but let's take my advice. Go for the 8. Now, plums, 2 plums, good size, fully grown, is about 1 of your 8 a day, right? And then now plums, because very high in fibre, you get about between 1.7 and 2 grams of fibre per plum, which is quite a bit, because you need to remember the quota. You need to get 38 grams of fibre. So 2 or 3 plums will give you about 6 grams already. So when you add apples, pears, and so on, fantastic. Now, the next big plum, apart from the yellow, is one of my favourites. Is that I don't have it at the moment, but it is a dark purple.
Similar like what we're wearing.
Even darker, dark purple than that. And that is a really rich red purple. Inside is purple too, and that also has got a stone, right? That one has got more antioxidants because of the dark colour, red. Like it's not actually red, it's purple, right? So that has got a very large amount of antioxidant, and there's a particular antioxidant which is called chlorogenic acid. And that is an antioxidant that is very beneficial for a lot of free radical damage, right? For example, if like we're in the garden now, so we've probably got nil free radical damage because we're in the sun, we've got fresh air, okay? We've got 68 hectares next by. But if you go out in the main street and you be on a truck, be on a bus, on the train, you're stressed with people around you being pushing you around, that is a very high level of free radical damage. So you need a lot of antioxidant. Now that purple colour in the purple plum is also excellent for the eyes, because the eyes require everything dark, like dark carrot, purple carrots, blueberries, everything that's dark is very good for the eyes, like bilberry, okay? Now, in addition to that, the actual plum is, if you eat, for example, 2 plums and 2 apples at breakfast, that will give you a really good boost to your fibre intake. And then remember eat meat, red meat, right? You know, you've heard me say this before. It's correct. I've tested it for years. When you eat red meat, the breakdown of red meat, especially when you get past 50, the breakdown of red meat can take 92 hours. Now, this is very significant because if Monday you eat red meat, it doesn't come out till Thursday. So if you eat red meat on Tuesday, it doesn't come out till Friday, and so on and so on. So your meat, the red meat, is building up in your colon and building up and building up and building up, and that's what can cause cancer, because when meat rots, okay, we're not dogs, we're not tigers, we're not lions, right? They can take it because their stomach's made differently with a very high acid content, and they're designed to eat meat. We're not, right? So we're so tuned into that. We do like a bit of red meat, but we use it about once in 2 months, or sometimes once in 3 months. And even when we eat red meat, at that point in time, we put a lot of herbs with it, a lot of vegetables with it, and then we'll have, for dessert, we might have stewed plums, or stewed apples and plums, or raspberries, all to do with digestion. Let me tell you something. I met a guy yesterday, very close to, I was gardening yesterday, I met him, and he was 81 years old, 81, okay? His wife was 80, and he was in very bad condition. He was pushing on he could hardly walk. He had a cane on one side, and his wife was hanging on to his wife's 80, he was 81. His wife's hanging onto his left hand, and he was pushing himself along. I mean, pushing hard. He couldn't. There's no way on he could run or even jog, right? And I said to myself, hang on a minute. I'm 76 in August this year, and I look at myself and I think, I'm a lucky guy. I've learnt all the right wisdom of what to eat, right? So this guy is 81. I say, I'm not wishing it on him, but I'd say 4 to 5 years' time, he'll be bedridden, right? I cannot see, God willing, I cannot see me in such a poor state in 5 years' time. I can still see myself in the garden, eating the plums, eating the apples, eating the raspberries, working as hard as ever, and keep on going till at least 120. Right, so it's very, very interesting when you meet someone like that, and then it sort of brings you to your psyche how wise somebody's teach you. Some people teach you wisdom. Take care of your health. That's worth more than money. When you have healthy, you can make money. You can buy assets. But when you're sick, you'll spend the money to get your health back. And once you lose your health, you can get worse and worse and worse, and it can take years to recover. Years. So don't make that mistake. When the plum's in season, buy about 1 kilo and 2 kilos and feed yourself that 1 or 2 kilos over 3 or 4 days. That will give you great help. Now, when we talk about free radical damage is something a lot of people don't understand. Free radical damage is plane fumes, airport lounges, trucks, right, with diesel and petrol, cars with car tires in the atmosphere. When car tires are turning on the road, all that rubber comes up, and you're breathing that while you're driving. That's a free radical damage, right? In addition to that, you get free radical damage from stress, like work stress, your boss pushing you around, your co-partner pushing you around, you haven't got a cozy marriage. All of that is free radical damage. So there's a lot more free radicals than antioxidants. But if you know what you're doing, like we do, you eat the right amount of food, you take the right supplements with antioxidants, and you can fight aging. Right? So plums are certainly on the menu for that. So we look forward to getting your feedback and see. And you're in luck now, because plums are in season in Spain at the moment. And if you go to the right shops, they will bring the plums in now. So eventually, when the British plums come, it'll be about August, September. Then you can switch to British plum. But eat the plums that are even if it comes from Spain, as long as you get a shop that's turning over a lot of fruit, you'll be fine. Okay, but basically the best thing though is to grow your own.
Okay, hope you found this video useful. Remember, give us a like and share it with your friends as well. I'm just going to show you what our plum tree looks like, how it looks like from the bottom.
This one here.
You can see the trunk is pretty thick.
It's about an inch
Yeah, an inch.
It's only 2 years old.
Yeah.
Only 2 years old.
And it goes up
Yes.
all the way.
Yeah. It's about
It's really high.
7
up to
feet.
the roof. of the
Yeah, about
house.
7 feet. About
Yeah.
7 feet high. Not bad for 2 years.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
right.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So we'll look forward to seeing you next time. And
Yeah.
remember, we've got our new YouTube channel. I'll share the link in the comments below. Remember to subscribe, check us out. It's a channel specifically on Iridology, which is our main service.
Yes.
We still have our current YouTube channel running. However, we've got a second one
Yes.
specifically for Iridology. So do
Yes.
check it out and remember to subscribe as well.
Yes.
And recommend it to your friends.
You might be a bit puzzled. How come we're in the shadows? We're not the sun. The sun's actually right above us.
Yes.
But the
See it
plum
shining.
tree, the plum tree is so leafy. We're underneath it, so our face is shadowed because of the leaves of the plums above us. But once we move back that way. Come this way, Peter.
Yeah.
Right that way. You can see now.
Yeah.
We're start to get the sunshine.
Yeah.
Right. We're not pale. We're in sunshine.
Okay, till then, take care.
Yeah.
Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Okay.